What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream as we are here live at Kern County with the TRX SRX week number 1 here at Kern County. New league here. It is from T1X Racing. You guys might be familiar with Greg Wood over here on the channel. You guys, he was an OG. He's helped start the series that we started with. If you guys need a paint, make sure you guys go ahead and give Rap Surgeons a head up and get yourself a nice wrap as he is out there on the track putting in a couple laps in that SRX number 67 machine. We'll see how he ends up doing here tonight. We got some regulars that we're used to seeing on the channel. We got the 64 of Bill Sleep, David Mayo out there somewhere on the track too. Let's go see if we can find Mayo out there in the naked number 08. John McIntyre is here tonight. We've seen him quite a bit. Looks like they're a little light on car count, guys. If you guys are looking for a league to run, these guys are definitely one to look into. They are, hold on, let me go see. Track name. This is Kern County, Kyler. Kern County. Well, Kevin Harvick's Kern, I think, is now what it's called because Kevin Harvick owns it. But this is a good series to get up involved with right here. New growing series. Running these SRX cars. Really test your driving skills out here as Jon Garrett is currently out there with the quick time here in practice. I'm going to go ahead and get a post up over on Facebook so people know we're live over here. Guys, make sure you're out there sharing the stream. Let's get some people over on the stream. I couldn't quite convince him to do a mixed dirt and asphalt series, but it still should be a good little series. We are going to have heat races, but if the car count stays low, they may take away the heats and restructure a little bit. I guess we'll find out what they do there. But it should be a nice, smooth race here tonight as these guys get ready to go green flag racing here shortly, working our way into qualifying here in about 5 minutes. We'll see if some more people get up in here. Looks like Greg Wood has moved up into that number 2 spot here in practice. Just a little bit off of the quick time from Jon Garrett. Travis Edwards in that 3rd spot. Kirby in 4th. Bill Sleep 5th. Brett has fallen back to the number 6 spot. Bill Sleep picking up some speed. He got in here a little bit late in this, or he got in here and was trying to figure out the car a little bit. Has moved up into the number 5 spot in that number 64 4-speed tonight. Could Bill make a little bit of noise? He's not really off the pace that much. Draft is playing a role here from what I've heard from some of the drivers. So I don't know if he's had any laps behind anybody, but Bill Sleep is sitting there in that number 5 spot. David Mayo up to 7th. Looks like Don and Nichols might be struggling a little bit in that number 16 machine. John McIntyre in that Miller Lite number 2 is currently 9th quickest here tonight. As these guys roll around the track, we'll see how things end up going for these guys. All right, let me go look at the chat. Who do we got out there? Got anybody out there right now over on Kick? Got a few viewers up there. Let's see if we can get some guys up in the stream. I did make a post over on Facebook that should be able to help a little bit. Maybe I'll do a comment real quick. Some people have been complaining about how they aren't able to know I'm live because obviously Kick is a little bit different than Facebook. Facebook notifies people a little bit better, so I'm going to make sure everybody knows that we are live as qualifying is closing in here. Currently, we are about 3 minutes away. So Jon Garrett, I think he is out on a long run. He has done quite a few laps here tonight. Let's see. Looks like he's going to go ahead and pull off. He's done 45 laps out there tonight. He has put plenty of time in that number 66. He is looking to take that win here tonight. Greg Wood, though, looking to knock him off the top in that number 67. We'll see how the long run goes. As these guys have, I know what it is, 60 laps. I think 60 laps for tonight's feature.
Your seats were awesome. I wish I would have been there. Yeah,
What I need to do is get the notifications on over on the kicks or over on the I need to switch the notifications over to kick for when I go live on Discord. Oof. Just saw somebody up into the wall there. Who was that? That might have been, who was it? Oh, was it? Nope. Who was it that I seen in the wall? Not sure who I seen in the wall there. Oh, it might have been Don. It was Don Nichols up into the wall in that number 16. He's going to take a little hit, go get another car, get out on the track for a couple more minutes. These guys got about a minute and a half left here in practice, and we are going to get into qualifying here tonight.
That was awesome.
That is another thing I can do. Hold on, hold on. Let's see. Over to my... All right, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and scroll up. Go ahead and put this in announcements. All right, get that announcement up over on Discord too, as we are going to get ready for qualifying here in less than 1 minute. How much time we got left to qualifying? It's going to be 15 seconds to qualifying. Looks like we got just 10 cars. Let's see if we got any late stragglers. Does not look like anybody else has joined the session, so it looks like we're going to have a 10-car battle here tonight. As we got the 83 all up inside of Don. 83 is going to be Kirby. Or no, inside of Jon Garrett, as these guys going to get ready to race here tonight. What do you guys think of the SRX cars? Do you guys like them? Indifferent, impartial? Do you think this racing will be good tonight? Well, we're about to find out as they get ready to put those cars out on the track for qualifying here tonight. Let's see who's going to be the first to make it out there for qualifying. What's up, Go-Kart? What's up, Go-Kart? All right, looks like we got Greg Wood out on the track there. Also, Don Nichols will go jump on with that number 67 of Greg Wood as he pulls that thing out on the track. That Rap Surgeons Fast House number 67 here tonight. He's going to look to take the green flag for lap number 1. Where's he going to put that thing on the board here tonight? Always with that light blue, black, and those purple wheels. Always could tell Greg Wood no matter where he's at. All right, he's going to come out of turn number 4 to complete lap number 1. Where's he going to set the bar? He's going to set it with an 18.988. Kirby going to come in second. Let's see if they're able to pick up the lap times. Travis out there with a new quick time, 18.921. Don Nichols going to come out with a 20.5. Let's see. Here is Greg Wood's second lap. Is he able to pick up the pace? No, he slows down a tick. Looks like he's currently going to be second. Let's see. Where is Jon Garrett? He is out on the track, just hanging out in the number 66 at Fort Worth Printing, number 66. Screen, what is it? Screen printing. I forgot the screen part. Sorry, John. Sorry, John. All right, so he was quickest in practice. Let's see if he's able to do that again here in qualifying as the 66 pulls out on the track. Looks like Bill Sleep and John McIntyre also out on the track. David Mayo is going to go up to 5th quick with a 19.212. Just ahead of Bill Sleep on the board. Those guys really close in times. All right, Jon Garrett here on a lap number 1. Let's see where he's able to put that number 66. He's going to run wide. Looks like he just used lap number 1 to warm up those tires. Don't expect a heater here on lap number 1. He's going to start lap number 2. He's going to send it to the bottom. Got those heat in those tires. Let's see where he's able to put that number 66. Is he able to do the quick time as he heads through turn number 3 and 4? Here comes the Fort Worth screen printing number 66 out of turn number 4. Where is he going to put it? Jon Garrett goes quick time with an 18.906. Look how close those guys are. All right, so Jon Garrett goes out there with the quick time here tonight. Kirby out there getting some extra credit, doing some extra laps here in that number 83. You know, it is a 60-lap race here tonight, so seat time. Get that consistency down. He's going to take those extra laps while he had an opportunity, and now they're going to get ready for heat race number 1. It is only going to do one heat race here tonight. Quick time. What's up, Xbox? I see you out there. All right, heat race number 1, the only heat race here tonight. We're going to go through tonight's starting lineup. Let's see where they will start here tonight. It is going to be Jon Garrett starting on the pole, Travis Edwards in second, with Greg Wood in third. Kirby going to be in that number 4 spot with John McIntyre fifth. Brett Bullard in that number 6 spot. Going to be David Mayo in that number 7 position with Bill Sleep in that number 8 spot. Mike Campbell in 9th and Don Nichols in that number 10 position. All right, it is going to be, I believe, 10 laps here, 1 heat. Should be a pretty quick night here tonight. Everybody makes the feature. Let's go, Bill. Let's go, Bill and Mayo. Look, we got Bill, Mayo, and McIntyre all together. Right in the same realm. Good to see those guys out on the track. Hopefully, we're going to pick up a few more drivers, though. I'm going to have to hit up a few people. Robbie, if you're watching, you could be one that would excel in this series. As they come out of... Oh, I don't know if they got an iRating cap or not. All right, down the back straightaway. I don't know if they're going 1 to go this time. Looks like we might have 2 laps of pace, and we'll find out. Jon Garrett on the pole. Travis Edwards in second as they get 1 to go at the line this time by.
Reminder, all starts and restarts are on.
I figured it was you, Chris. I thought it was you when I saw it. I just didn't want to assume. I was pretty sure it was.
Yes, sir.
All right, looking for the green flag this time by. As they come down the back straightaway, it's going to be start on green from what I just heard from race control. Let me go ahead and turn down that race chat. We're going to turn up the game sound just a tick so you guys can hear those motors as the green flag is about to come out. As they come out of turn number 4, let's go racing. It's green flag as they come down the front straightaway. Week number 1 underway of the inaugural season for the T1RX SRX cars here at Kern, as Greg Wood is going for the lead already up underneath Jon Garrett. Through turn number 3 and 4. Oh, they make a little contact. Greg's got his hands full. He's got to drop back to that number 2 spot. Greg Wood in that number 2 position. He definitely didn't hold back there, trying to get to the number 1 spot. Now Sodley in the 2nd position. We got one in the wall. We got a big wreck in turn number 1 and 2. Cars all over the place. No caution flag. It looked like Brett got the wall. A couple other people. Let's go see what happened just a little bit further back. Let's see what happened. Oh, netcode got him. That was a little bit of netcode getting those guys as everybody keeps it going straight back forward. It is just a heat race. This is not the main event as Greg Wood tries to reel in that number 66. He is pushing a little hard on entry. You can see that car really pushing in the middle of the corner. Jon Garrett real smooth through the corners as it looks like we got more issues in the back. More issues in the back as Bill Sleep and Don get together. Looks like Don, does Don go around? Oh, Don gets the wall here. Yeah, and just loses it going into turn one. And I think Bill Sleep's going to come in here. Nowhere to go. Yep. And takes a bite out of that nose, and they keep it going straight. Back up to the front. Jon Garrett continues to lead as these guys put him one lap down as they head through turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. We are 5 laps into this one. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Jon Garrett catching lap traffic battling hard. The 71 of Mike a little bit loose there. The 08 of Mayo going to get out of the way as they come out of turn number 2. Greg Wood having a little bit more of an issue here. He's got Travis battling for that number 2 spot. They do pay points in these heat races, so every position means something here as they got 3 laps to go at the line. Battle for that number 2 spot. Looks like Travis has gotten a little bit of the wall as he scuffed the door of that number 35. He's going to take that spot away from Greg. Greg back to the number 3 spot. Out of turn number 4, they're going to come across the line. We got 2 laps to go. Jon Garrett has cleared the lap traffic up ahead. Mayo now putting it on Mike. He's looking to make his way around that number 71. Now, lap traffic is definitely playing a role here. Travis is catching these lap cars. Can Greg Wood put another move on? Oh, they're loose out of 4. We got 1 spinning. Greg's going to take advantage. Move Greg up to the number 2 spot. White flag is out. Drama here in the heat race, but not for our race leader, Jon Garrett, as he leads it through turn number 3 and 4. He's going to take the checkered flag this time by. He takes the win here in heat race number 1. Greg Wood 2nd, Travis 3rd. Kirby 4th, Bill Sleep is going to come across the line, hopefully in that number 5 spot. He's going to roll it across to 5th. John McIntyre in 6th. Mayo 7th. Mike, Don, and Brett rounding out the field. Well, that was exciting. So no caution flags in the heat races here. Definitely creating a little different atmosphere. Travis probably getting the worst of that one position-wise for those top guys. He did get loose out of turn 4 in all fairness. Greg probably would have gotten the run, but the lap car spinning up in front of him definitely did not help him. All right, let's get ready for tonight's starting lineup here as they get ready for some green flag racing. It is going to be 60 laps here tonight. As we got some people up in the stream. What's up, everybody? Let me know who your favorite is. Go-kart. Chris, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. As we get ready for tonight's starting lineup, starting on the pole here tonight in that number 66 Fort Worth screen printing machine, it is going to be Jon Garrett. To the outside of him, it is Greg Wood in the Rap Surgeons Fast Lane, number 67. Starting on the inside of row number 2, it's going to be the number 35 of Kirby Capote. Am I saying that right, Kirby? Let me know later on. With Travis Edwards starting in 4th. It's going to be Bill Sleep starting in that number 5 spot with Jon McIntyre starting in 6th. In the number 7 position in that 08, you guys all know him. It is going to be David Mayo with Mike Campbell starting on his outside. Then rounding out the last row of the field, it is going to be Don Nichols in the number 9 spot. And last but not least, it's going to be the 12 machine of Brett Bullard. 60 laps here tonight. It is going to be a tough one for these drivers. They are struggling to get a handle on these cars as they come down the back straightaway. We are looking for the green flag this time by. Who's your pick? Let me know out in the chat as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is out. Wow, they were leaning on each other, waiting for that green flag as they head into turn number 1. They're going to keep it lean and green so far as we got one shifting up the track. Oh, he's going to save it as they come out of turn number 2. Side by side for the lead. Greg rolling in that number 67. That middle lane does seem to be the lane that they want to be in overall, especially for tire wear here tonight. We've seen Jon Garrett really roll it in this heat race. Greg's got to back out of it. Almost gets into the back of that number 66 as they come down the back straightaway. Tire management is probably going to be a thing here tonight as they head through turn number 1 and 2. 2 laps in the books. It has been all Jon Garrett here tonight. We got a battle for that number 3 spot as we got Kirby digging up underneath Edwards as they come out of turn number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4, trying to get side by side. Kirby's got to back out of it. He's going to try to throttle up out of turn 4. Gets a little loose, has to slide back up in line as they come down the front straightaway. Keeping it lean and green so far. Everybody trying to set a nice, easy pace. Even though they're side by side here, they're not racing all too hard as it looks like John McIntyre is going to take that number 5 spot. Bill Sleep's going to fall back to 6. So we got McIntyre, Sleep, and Mayo all nose to tail, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Just behind him is going to be the 71 of Mike Campbell. I guess he's also known as Papa Bear in that number 71. He tries to look to the outside. Brett's going to hit the wall out of turn number 2 as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Don Nichols is struggling a bit with the handling here tonight, has fallen back as Jon Garrett has extended his lead to 1 second over the 67 of Greg Wood. This battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, I think this is where we're going to keep an eye on the field most tonight. It looks like Jon Garrett might be in a bit of his own league here in the 66. We'll see how that holds up over 60 laps, but these guys all seem similar paced here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I would jump on board, but my FOV is all kinds of messed up for these cars. So, well, we could do this. Let's go up on the roll bar as we, oh my God, Travis sends it in almost into the back of Greg Wood. As they come out of turn number 2, Travis going to lose a little bit of ground, but just gives you an idea of what these guys are doing, how these cars sound, how they have to handle these things as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Travis trying to go to work. So much off throttle time. They got to be so careful with this car, not only handling wise, but to save those tires. 60 laps with a car with this much power can take a toll on those tires. I don't know if they did a tire limit in this or not. I guess I should have asked. That could play a role in it too. As these guys stay single file, looks like, I don't know what happened to Greg Wood. Greg Wood spun around. Caution, flag is out. I seen him flirting with that apron, trying to find a little bit of speed. He is going to have a little bit of nose damage on that thing. I didn't realize he spun. I didn't know he was really running that apron. Yep, he just lost it out of turn number 4. Good save, and he just noses it into the wall there. That is unfortunate for him. He's going to have to go in. Get some of that damage repaired maybe, or maybe he'll leave it alone. I don't know how quick these things blow up, but he's definitely got some damage. We got the 83 of Kirby faking the pit. So Greg frustrated in that number 67 here tonight, as he's definitely got some damage on that thing. Let's take a closer look at that number 67. He's definitely got a little nose damage. I am not sure how that affects the handling of these cars or the temperatures, but he does have some nose damage on that. We'll have to keep an eye on him through the night. He has definitely been one of the faster drivers here tonight, but he's going to have to do some work to get back up into that top 2, 3, and 4. All right, so it just got news that it's going to go 1 to green at the line as they come out of turn number 4. We are 12 laps into this one. 12 laps into this one. 3 laps away from the 1/4 point in this race. This could give us a good idea where these guys are at. What's up, Coffee? What's up, buddy? What do you think of these SRX cars? What do you think of the SRX cars? As they head through turn number 3 and 4, going to look for that green flag this time by as they come out of turn 4. Looking for that loud pedal. Green flag is out as Jon Garrett gets on the gas down the front straightaway. Almost 3 wide for the number 2 spot, as it looked like Travis might have struggled a little bit with the timing there, but he's going to slide into second as here comes McIntyre all the way up to third. McIntyre taking advantage of that start. He's going to slide into the third spot as Kirby is fading in the 83. He's got pressure on Mayo. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Mayo going to dig up on the outside. Mayo's got that thing rolling in the 08. He might have a little something for us tonight. What a speed shot out of turn number 2. That was freaking awesome. As they head into turn number 1 and 2, it's going to be all Jon Garrett out front, but the racing in the back is definitely starting to pick up. And by back, I mean second on back. So Jon Garrett trying to pull away, but I'll tell you what, Travis is not letting Jon Garrett get away quite like he did last time. He is rolling that middle really well in the number 35. He might be saving the tires. Looks like he's not forcing that car to do too much. Just rolling it through the corners, kind of letting it go where it wants to go. That is a cool shot. You guys got to admit, that is probably one of the cooler shots. I'm going to go back a car next time they come out of there. We'll go back to Mayo. Let's see when it puts us up there. All right, we'll go back to Mike here. Let's see where it puts us coming out of turn number 2. How many more cars can we get out of that speed shot coming out of turn 2? Oh, yellow, 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 as Mayo has a little bit of issue here. Yep, F in the chat for Greg being the first ever caution in his league. No, I'm just picking on you, Greg. Oh, he goes around, but he saved it. But right after that, it's going to be David Mayo in the 08. He's going to have a little bit of self-spin. These guys getting a handle on these cars. These cars are not the easiest cars to run on the server. Oh, he got the wall, but not as bad as Greg did on his. But that is going to be caution flag number 2 as we are nearly 20 laps into this one. Almost 1/3 of the way through it already. Yeah, they do. They look racy. I think these guys just have to get a handle on these cars, get used to them, and I think that we'll get some good racing. We got some other tracks coming up. Let's take a look at the other tracks these guys got coming up. So next is going to be Richmond. Richmond should be a good one for these guys. So Richmond's going to be 45 laps, then Hickory, IRP. I like IRP a lot. Martinsville should be interesting. I'll tell you what, there's a pretty good lineup coming up next. I think this is probably going to be one of their harder tracks on the schedule. But they go to Richmond next, Hickory, IRP, Martinsville, Thompson, USA, Five Flags, and Myrtle Beach will be a little bit tough. And then North Wilkesboro. Those will be the tracks that they are running through on this series. But they are still looking for drivers. We will find some drivers. I'm going to make a couple suggestions to some people. As they head into turn number 1 and 2, I got a couple. I don't know. I don't know if you guys are iRating capped or not. So that could make a difference. Looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. They touch as Jon Garrett gets on the gas. Travis trying to get a better start this time, gets into Jon Garrett as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Garrett's going to pull him off of turn number 2 as they come down the front straightaway, or back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. He's trying to get away from that 35. He's seen that 35, had some speed there on that run for the second time here tonight, and he was not able to quite pull away like he did before. Out of turn number 2 is going to be Jon Garrett leading the way. It is dicey for that number 3 spot. How about John McIntyre? He is having a phenomenal race here tonight in the number 2. Oh, Brett's going to push up the track as Greg Wood bobs and weaves, threading the needle back there in the back of the pack to get back up to the number 5 spot. Ooh, he is loose off of turn number 2. Greg never leaves anything on the table. That kid is always eating on the track like a fat kid at the buffet. I will tell you that much. So right now, Jon Garrett out front leading the way. Travis in second. John McIntyre third. Kirby in that number 4 spot as Greg Wood closes in on that top 4. He is leaving nothing out there. He is so loose off of turn number 4. That's going to allow Mike back on the back bumper. Greg's going to take it down a notch this time. Let's see. He does take it down a notch, still loose out of turn number 2. He's really laying it down on that right rear coming out of the corner. Let's see if we can get a good view of it just to give you an idea. Oh, he's going to make a move on Kirby. Kirby had a bobble out of 4. Greg's going to take advantage, jump up into that number 4 spot. Watch him out of turn number 2. Oh, not so loose this time. Let's see. Turn 4 seems to be the area these guys are all struggling. Yeah, he is sliding it through turn 3 and 4. There it is. There's the bobble. That's a handful there. If we jump on board, we'll see him really sawing at that. Oops. That is horrible. We'll really see him sawing that wheel out of turn number 4. I'm pretty sure, trying to save that thing. As you can hear the tire spinning, you got to see that correction there out of the number 67. As we move back up, it is going to be Jon Garrett leading the way. Travis Edwards second. John McIntyre in that number 3 spot. Greg Wood up to 4th, and Kirby back to that number 5 spot. I am surprised he is starting to fade here. You got to wonder if maybe he overheated those tires. 30 laps at the line this time by 30 laps complete when they come across the line. 30 laps to go. We're going to hit that halfway point right here as Jon Garrett crosses the line in that Fort Worth screen printing number 66. He has led every single lap here tonight. Travis Edwards in the number 35, holding strong in that number 2 spot. You got to wonder if he's leaving anything on the table there, as we just saw John McIntyre, I think, pop the wall out of turn number 2 there. Able to hold on to it as he has got himself a... Oh, Greg's going to go around down the front straightaway again. Oh, Greg loses it out of turn number 4. He is not leaving anything on the table here tonight. He is not... Oh, I think he throttled up. I think he was going to hit that wall there. Let's take a look on board. You just see him. He gets loose here. He's just trying to grab a little bit more. He does a good job not pounding the wall there, but Greg Wood definitely on the struggle bus here tonight. I got a feeling next week is going to be a much better week for him. So everybody coming onto pit road now. You got to wonder if they're getting tires. Greg Wood's going to stay out. Let's see if these guys grab some tires here or if they got to get gas. Let's see. Yep, they are getting tires. So these guys out here getting some fresh rubber. I'll bet you these guys were dying for that fresh rubber there. Greg Wood and Don Nichols both still out on the track. Looks like Greg might dip down this time as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Don is going to follow them as they come down onto pit road. He's got to get a little bit of damage. Let's see if he takes some damage repair here. He probably wanted to follow a pace car one more time just to make sure he didn't risk going a lap down. It is a short track, and he probably wants to get some of that damage repaired. Oh, they have a fast repair. He's going to take advantage of that fast repair. Look who's coming out on the pole in the number 1 spot. It is going to be David Mayo leading the field here tonight. So David Mayo out front leading the way. A little bit quicker pit stops than some of these other guys. John's pit time was a 22.17. David Mayo only a 21.60. You got to wonder if maybe setting that little bit lower pace made a difference. I don't know. There's definitely a half a second difference in that pit time. But David Mayo is going to come out front with the lead. Jon Garrett second. McIntyre third. Travis Edwards in 4th. So Greg Wood getting that new rubber here. You got to wonder also. They got tires. Everybody, he got tires. It wasn't that quick of a pit stop. So Mayo definitely get tires, but he is going to the back of the pack. So Mayo's going to the back of the pack. Not sure, but why? Maybe a speeding penalty? Not really sure, but he is going to have to go to the back of the pack here in that 08. And Jon Garrett's going to inherit that lead back. And on our front row for this restart, it's going to be Jon and Jon here on the front row. It's going to be the Jon show up front. Well, now that I finally bought the car, I got to try it out and drive it. I just bought the car today for this series, so I definitely need to get out and drive it. It definitely looks like it's something that I would enjoy driving. As they look for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Jon waits real late. I'm not sure if they had to go on green. As they head into turn number 1 and 2, there's contact as Brett's going to go around out of into turn number 1 and 2. Quick caution here tonight. Looked like there might have been some contact here. I think let's see. Yeah, he gets in the back of the 83. Nowhere for Greg Wood to go, as the race admin struggling here tonight in the SRX cars. All right, I got to imagine it's going to be a pretty quick caution here, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of damage on any of these cars. These guys are going to look to go green flag pretty quick. Greg just fixed that dent, and now he's got it in the front again. All that work on that wrap just to dent it up, Greg. All right, so caution flag out here once again tonight as they got them lined up 2 by 2 all the way through the field. We'll see if they go 1 to go this time by. Oh, they are going 1 to go as they head into 1 and 2. I knew it was going to be a quick caution. It's going to be 20 laps to go when they take the green flag. Jon Garrett leads the way. John McIntyre second as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be all Jon Garrett out front. McIntyre going to roll that outside here tonight. He has been creeping forward. Could this car really suit his style in that number 2? Up to the number 2 spot. Travis back to third as Kirby has moved his way up into the number 4 spot again, but he's got pressure on Mike in the 71. Here comes Greg Wood in that number 67. He's got a fresh pair of shoes on. He's looking to kick up some asphalt down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Let's see if he can run this one up towards the front as Bill Sleep gets a little tight and loose. Oh no, Mike goes around out of 4. Mike gets loose out of turn number 4. A little bit of a check up there. Almost seen Bill Sleep drive up into Greg Wood, but watch the 71 here. He's going to get loose coming out. I think he's just going to throttle up, trying to grab something here. He did not. He might. If he hit that wall, it didn't even count. I don't even think he scratched the nose of that thing. All right, pace car is out. I got a feeling this is going to be another quick caution. Another quick caution. Can we get a green flag run here? You know what we're seeing here now, I know we got a few cautions as some guys that just are not familiar with the car yet. They're getting their feet up underneath them. They got to get used to it. The difference between where these guys are at now and where they will be in 10 races is going to be totally different. We're going to see a lot of improvement out of these guys and a lot more racing as they grab a handle on this car. This is a unique car. It's not like a lot of the other cars on iRacing. And I know Mayo spun out once, but he mic'd up already and said, man, good choice on the car. These are fun. All right, looking for the green flag this time by as they head into turn number 3 and 4. When is Jon Garrett going to fire him off? We'll jump up on the blimp. He's going to fire it off in that restart zone. Green flag is out as they come into turn 4. Bottom side shoots off like a rocket as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Greg Wood tries to take advantage. He's going to get up underneath Travis. Up underneath the 35. Not able to throttle out of turn number 2. He's going to lose a little bit of ground as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Still trying to dig on that bottom side. So hard to pass here as they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. They're going to get back up in line as there's contact as John McIntyre goes around as Travis gets into him. Caution flag is out. This is probably the first real incident we've seen tonight where two drivers just racing hard to get together. Oh, he just gets him. We definitely had a little bit of net code. That is unfortunate for Jon. He's had a great race. The 35 just barely clips him. We've been seeing him really sending it into the corners like that. And it just did not line up for him this time. He gets into the back of John McIntyre. McIntyre goes around. It looks like Travis has given himself essentially a black flag. As John McIntyre has a meatball, he's got to go in and get that fixed. That is unfortunate for him. What a phenomenal run out of Jon. I was hoping to see him in the interview booth. I haven't seen him in a while. Would have been nice to have some conversation with him. Right now, Greg Wood now up to the number 2 spot. He's going to have a shootout here. About 10 laps to go. Does he have anything for Jon Garrett? I'll tell you what, by the end of this one, I guarantee that Greg Wood is going to try to bring home that checker flag or just the steering wheel. We're going to know if Greg Wood has left anything on the table, because he will not at the end of this one. Looks like they come across the line. They're going to get 1 to go as they come down the front straightaway. Into turn number 1 and 2. Greg Wood ready in that number 67. Let's see if he's got anything for the number 66 of Jon Garrett in that Fort Worth screen printing number 66. I think I just said 66 a whole bunch of times. All right, into turn number 3 and 4. This is about to be a race if Greg's got anything here. Look at that. Bill Sleep up into the number 4 spot. Being on that top side, we'll see how that works out as they look for the green flag. Out of turn number 4, green flag is out. Great start by Greg on the high side. Greg's got to use that middle lane to pinch Jon Garrett down. That's going to be his only opportunity here. He's got to push him down as we got Wreck-It in the back already as Kirby is caught up. Let's go take a look and see what happened to Kirby. Oh, Brett gets into the back of him, sends him around. Oh, just light contact through the field. Looks like it's going to be a quick one. Let's get him back going. Green again. Greg Wood already mic it up saying, is anybody pitting? Because we are planning on shortening this one. You know, I know Greg wants a couple laps to work on Jon Garrett, but having those fresh tires and less time, I think will play into the 67's advantage. He is definitely quick on these cooler, fresher tires. He's going to need some rubber because that guy, he's going to throw that throttle down and really put the pressure on Jon Garrett here, and he's going to need whatever grip he can. Jon Garrett has been the class of the field here tonight. Greg Wood looking to take that away from him here as we are going to get a shootout here. It looks like it is going to be a 6-lap shootout. Don Nichols down on pit road. Is he towing? I think he had the tow. Let's see if we go 1 to go at the line. Oh, Mike is pitting, so we're going to get another car going onto pit road. Mike's going down, getting some damage. He had a little bit more damage than I thought. Getting some damage fixed as they get 1 to go into turn number 1 and 2. So Mike goes down, gets that damage repaired. He's going to pop out here real quick. They're going to clear his black so he can speed on pit road. And we are looking for the green flag out of turn number 4 for a 6-lap shootout here tonight. Does Greg Wood have anything for Jon Garrett? Look at Bill Sleeping Mayo on the second row. I'm excited. And John McIntyre back up into the number 5 spot. Looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Much better start by Jon Garrett on the inside. Greg Wood might have been sleeping a bit. Let's see if he's able to wind up that number 67 and put some pressure on Jon Garrett. Down the back straightaway is going to be a run into turn number 3 and 4. Through turn number 3 and 4. Greg staying on the back bumper of Jon as they come out of 4. A little bobble there, but able to stay in the gas down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1 and 2. He is attacking the track in that number 67. Jon Garrett smooth and steady through both sides of the track as Greg Wood tries to put everything down on the ground as much as he can as they come out of turn number 4. It is going to be 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Does he have anything out of turn 2? We're going to see that car kick sideways here in a minute as he definitely gained on him down the back straightaway. Through turn number 3 and 4, it's going to be 3 to go at the line. Greg Wood putting down everything he can. They're about even down the front straightaway. Let's see if he can pick up the pace here through turn number 1 and 2. He's going to roll 1 and 2 really well. Caution flag comes out. Oh, no. Looks like Bill Sleep caught up in this one. I was getting excited. He was definitely gaining on him out of 1 and 2, and Jon Garrett was not pulling him through 3 and 4. Oh, Bill just goes around. No, that is unfortunate. Looks like we're going to get a green-white checker here tonight. 2-lap shootout. Greg Wood's going to need a start like he got earlier. He's going to need a fire start, be able to pinch Jon Garrett down coming out of the corners. That is going to be the key here for any opportunity of Greg Wood to win here tonight. It is not going to be easy if he's got to track him down and get up underneath him and try to make the pass without a bump. He's going to have to work that outside. He's got to have the start of his life here, as it looks like John McIntyre's made it up into that number 2 spot, looking for a podium here tonight after getting turned around earlier. He's got to feel good about that. Travis Edwards back up into the top 4 as Mayo sits in that number 5 position. I'll tell you what, 10 cars, I'm still freaking excited. Green, white checker. I just know, look, I've known Greg Wood a long time. I know what he's going to do to try to win this thing. Jon Garrett knows what he's going to do to try to win this thing. Jon just has to be perfect, but Greg Wood is not going to leave anything on the table in that number 67. And McIntyre, if these two get together, could McIntyre get the gift of the win here tonight? That is a possibility too. Kirby on pit road in that number 83. Let's see if he's able to make it back out on the track. Oh, he's got a ton of damage on that thing. Kirby might be done for the night. As we are going green flag this time by. They waved it short as they come through turn number 3 and 4, looking for that green flag. Let's see what kind of start we get here as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Greg absolutely going at the end of the restart zone as they head into turn number 1 and 2. He's going to keep it side by side with Jon Garrett as they come out of turn 2. He's on that outside, has to run down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Garrett. Greg Wood to the point as they come out of turn number 4. Out of turn 4, white flag is out. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go into turn number 1 and 2. Greg's got to be careful. Don't over throttle it. Don't overthink it. Here comes Garrett behind him out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. 1 more corner to go. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be Greg Wood with the win. Jon Garrett second. John McIntyre third, as Travis spun around earlier and did not make the finish. Holy cow, what a finish here tonight as Greg Wood is able to capitalize. That was that perfect start. Perfect start for Greg Wood is what won him that race. We're going to go back and look at that restart. That is what it's all about. You're going to watch him right here creeping to the line. He's going to just time this perfectly. As soon as that flag came out, we're going to go take a look. We're going to take a look. That green flag came out and frickin' Greg absolutely hammered that throttle down. You seen the light. The timing was perfect out of the number 67. He takes the win here tonight in that Pulse, in that, I forgot, not Pulse, and that Rap Surgeon's number 67. It's going to be Greg Wood. I just noticed you guys couldn't see shit. My bad. Greg Wood with the win. Jon Garrett second. John McIntyre in third. Mike Campbell in the number 4 spot. Brett Bullard in 5th. Travis in 6th. Bill Sleep in that number 7 spot. David Mayo in 8th. Kirby in 9th. And Don Nichols in that number 12 spot. We're going to go ahead and bring in We're going to go ahead and bring in those top three here tonight. What a race here tonight. Too many cautions is probably what we're going to hear out of Jon Garrett. And I'll tell you what, I feel his pain. I definitely feel Jon Garrett's pain in this one. Why is it doing that? My bad, guys. I Discord too far over because I was looking at too much stuff. All right, so we're going to go up here. We're going to bring in those top three. What? What? Greg, you're always saying something.
No, I'm never saying anything. I was just trying to tell John, I don't know how he launched on me every restart. I have no clue.
You timed that last one perfect. I got to bring in McIntyre. Why is McIntyre not up here?
Because it's McIntyre. He's a little late to the party.
What the hell, McIntyre? Don't you want to talk to me?
Oh, hey, what's up?
What a finish for you here tonight, man. You had to battle, but that car was quick here tonight. It was no mistake for you being in that top three. You definitely earned that one here tonight.
These cars are a handful for right now because I just started racing these cars. Just bought the track like a half hour before the race, so I'm pretty happy with what I did. I had nothing for John or Woods. I mean, those two were fast all night.
Yeah, they had a ton of speed, but I mean, you know, like you were up there, you were consistent. Definitely, clearly seen you learning as the night went on. You were definitely top three. Couple more weeks, I mean, you might be contending for wins out here.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Well, phenomenal job here tonight, and I just bought the car 30 minutes before, hour before the session too, so don't feel bad. Great night here tonight. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Shout out to Team Send It, Bill, David, that helped me out. Thank my mom and dad that always watch. They support me all the time. The family, I guys say thank you to them for letting me race on nights, and thank you to you for putting this on for everybody to watch. Appreciate it.
Definitely appreciate it. Good seeing you. I haven't seen you in a while, so nice to see you out in a race.
Same here, buddy.
Jon Garrett, plagued by cautions and a perfect restart by Greg there. Man, you dominated tonight. This car really seemed to suit your style.
Yeah, in the recruitment races, I was okay, but I wasn't always great. But as soon as practice started for this race, it just seemed like the track and the car suit my driving style. And was having a blast, and yeah, I timed every restart perfect except the last one. I was a hair late, and that's all it took for Greg. I knew I was in trouble with all those restarts because he kept coming up through the field, so I knew it was going to be tough. But hey, I'll take it.
Well, I was talking about those last restarts, the lack of green flag laps that we had at the end there, and what had to be going through your minds. Greg had one goal in mind. We all knew how Greg was going to drive it down there, and there was going to be nothing left. He was bringing home the steering wheel or the trophy. And you knew that, and you knew all you had to do was be perfect and not make mistakes, and putting yourself in that box with those cautions and having to do those restarts. How hard was that for you? How much did that go through your mind on those restarts?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I timed it right because, we go on green in this league. So I didn't want to go early and get yelled at. And I think that was in the back of my mind on that final restart. So just went a hair late. Um, I run Capster in a race, which shows my relative, and I don't think anybody gained a tenth on me the entire race. So I was watching that and just kind of cruising. So yeah, to lead all but the final one or two laps it's kind of hard to swallow, but hey, we still got a good finish and scored some good points. So we'll go on to the next one.
Yeah, definitely good points night. And I was watching those last couple laps, and I think the closest that it ever was Greg might have been a little better in 1 and 2, and you were better in 3 and 4. And it seemed to be that was enough to keep you the lead there in that final part of the race until those cautions happened. But phenomenal run. Good to see you out there in that Fort Worth screen printing number 66. Haven't seen you in a while. Why don't we give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, I appreciate you broadcasting and Brett and Greg for putting this league on. I got to thank Fort Worth Screen Printing, Athens Screen Printing, my Twitch followers, my ARCA race followers. Hopefully I can get back out there this year. I'm looking to maybe run Toledo at the end of the year. We'll see. And I was going to dedicate the win, but I'll dedicate this race to my dad, who's been in the hospital for almost a month now, but seems like he's getting better. So hopefully he'll get to watch this and pep him up a little bit.
That's always a plus, and this will be on. I am live streaming it on Kick, but it will be on YouTube no later than tomorrow. So that option will be there if he wants to watch the broadcast inside.
10-4, appreciate it. And congratulations to Greg. I mean, he had trouble early and ran a good race to get back up there.
For sure. Greg Wood.
What up, buddy?
Man, you struggled getting the handle on this car. Just hanging it out, especially turn 4, looked really slick and figuring out that throttle point. Had a couple spins, got caught up with your teammate there at one point, and somehow navigated the rest of the race to get yourself on that front row. Man, tell me what was going through your mind. That second to last restart, you were just late.
I was late. The second last restart, I was like, all right, I'm going to roll to it. And as I was rolling to it, I rolled a little too quickly, so I had to check up a little bit. But like John said, like in the recruitment races, he kind of struggled, and I was on it. And now it's just flip-flops. He was on it, and I don't know what happened to me. I guess I left my talent in the hauler. No clue. But turn 4, I figured out my issue early on. I was trying to exit too low. I need to open up my exit a little bit more. So once I figured that out, it was pretty decent.
You know, you were talking about how these things are like driving a box. I mean, it does look like they turn kind of like of a box out of the corner, which seemed to be the problem when you guys were ripping out of the turn 4, where you've seen so many people make mistakes. That thing just wanted to keep rotating like a square box, like it had a whole bunch of supports running across the body, keeping it just rotating around the corners.
I mean, it was like that in 4, but out of 2, it would plow. As soon as you get behind somebody out of 4 or out of 2, it would just plow straight to the wall. You get behind somebody out of freaking 4, and you lose it. So it was like 2 opposite ends of the racetrack, 2 opposite effects. So you just had to manage both.
Well, great run here tonight. Good to see you in victory lane, even through the struggles here tonight. Phenomenal restart at down there. Definitely made it interesting for the stream. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Shout out to you for broadcasting, everybody for racing as clean as they could with this new car. Appreciate it. Everybody coming out. Honestly, did not deserve this win. I got lucky. I got extremely lucky, and John should have had it. So we'll see what happens next week. Hopefully we get a higher car count. If we do not get a higher car count, we are doing away with the heat because it's a waste of time, and we want to get this show in the allotted time. So next week might be heats. Next week might not be.
All right, well, enjoy the win and a good race, guys. It was still fun to watch, even with the cautions, because we knew everybody was learning.
Yep, appreciate it.
No problem. All right, great run for these guys here tonight. I know that I got the message saying that the drivers were a little bit quiet. I did adjust the volume as I was going because I could hear they were quiet on my end. Tell me if that was any better at the end there with John, because John was really quiet at first. But that'll be it for tonight. Phenomenal race here tonight. These guys definitely learning, but they did the best with what they had. What did you guys think of that racing? Leave a comment down in the comment section. Let us know. And as always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.